That one off with 3.
After the made field goal, here's Blankenship again. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. They faked the handoff. Now Tua on the move to his left. Got a man. It's the rookie Jalen Waddle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins head on to their lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Deshaun Hand able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep to return is Lynn Bowden. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. The Jets out to the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Off of play action. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So on 4th down, the Dolphins' new punter for 2021, Michael Palardy, on to punt. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. That ball caught by Campbell. The 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is down to 4. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. Trying to drop it in there, but it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the Colts are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now a play fake. Wentz looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. right, Coach. Thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And some room to work. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. 60 yards on the ground for him so far. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Lindsey. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The give to Taylor. Ooh, with a juke. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The third running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, third most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wentz to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. This to Hines on the drop-off. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Left side, Doyle with it. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Second down and 8. Now a give to Taylor. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 18-yard line. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Colts on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. Again, it's Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 17-14. Dolphins 14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. On the return, Lynn Bowden. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
All day, every day.
Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Lindsey. And he'll get this up to about the 40. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Watch out, watch out. Watch out. Kill.
On second down, right back to Lindsey. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On second down now, it's Lindsey. And some room to run now. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Stephen Carter, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Tua going to run the sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 of the year. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. A dangerous return man showing it here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Back to throw, Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Down to an knee goes Tua, and that should just about do it. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground. But both really started to come in sync. So for the Dolphins, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis,